Adalia, what an exciting matchup. How does it feel to get a home win against a team that's been to back-to-back national championships? Looking at you specifically, there was so much energy here tonight. Every time I looked at your face, you were just locked in. How do you stay in that mindset?
All glory to God.
Before the season started, I asked you to describe your team in one word. You said elite. How do you think your team is living up to that so far this season?
Sorry, good question.
Now we have a special guest here at State Farm Center, head coach Shauna Green's husband, Andy, who is a fourth grade teacher at Bottenfield. You brought your whole class today. How excited is your class to get out of the classroom and here to State Farm Center? So you have gone above and beyond to get some of your students here to games before today. Could you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I started.
Absolutely. And then final question. After today, who do you think your students think is cooler, you or your wife, Shauna?
I think it's State.
All right, I'm here with Gretchen Dolan. Gretchen, new season high for you tonight. How are you feeling, especially with your growth this season on the shooting side? Speaking of the atmosphere, one of the largest crowds in women's basketball history at State Farm Center. How do you feel about the energy the fans brought today?
It's amazing.
Coach Green has been talking so much about your growth, especially confidence on the shooting side. Can you tell me about how your confidence has really progressed this season?
Yeah.
Just yesterday, Illinois' head coach Shauna Green announced that fifth-year senior Makira Cook as well as Gretchen Dolan, the sophomore, will both be sitting out the remainder of the season. Makira Cook is facing some ongoing health conditions, and Gretchen Dolan is currently navigating a knee injury. Right now, both guards are essential roles for this Illinois squad. Makira Cook, really a star for that team, especially last season on their WBIT road to that championship title. Gretchen Dolan's one of those players that Coach Shauna Green would always say that she forgot she was a freshman last season. She just plays such a key role and has grown so much into this program. I do. I have it right here. Today, State Farm Center is already filling up. There's more than 100 schools coming in to watch this Illini-Lemoyne matchup. Last year, there was over 11,000 fans coming in to fill up the stadium, and it gets loud. Coach Shauna Green told us yesterday to make sure we take some Tylenol before we come in. She said she took hers this morning. So it's already getting crazy in here. Let's get ready for a loud game. Doing that toe hand to the connection to the Maloney just to get that extra tenth of difficulty back. Beautiful Pac Salto connection.
Jay Coleman.
Holy height on that one. What a great vault. I think she doubled her own height off that block. Wow. That was Yurchenko 1.5, pushing the difficulty there. Let's watch it again. Boom. Absolutely outstanding. So much power into that landing. Took a step forward. Another great handstand. Super important to hit each and every one. Full in dismount. Good finish. She released a little bit late there. That's why she was really close to the bar on that dismount, but strong finish. Let's take a look back here. It looks like she'll just hold on a little too long, but great height. Small step back. One thing that I just was staring at in this vault was her toes. So strong and pointed, came straight together up on the block. Look here, big, strong push up. Just extending all the way through her toes there. Beautiful height on that. Looked like she might have gotten a little close to the bar on that catch, but that height was outstanding. Way to hit handstand there. So you have full point requirements there. Only have to hit 45 degrees, but it's great to see her hit. There's another big handstand. Big full in stuck dismount. Huge, huge performance for Tori Vetter, and living up to this hype we've been giving her tonight, Hal. Beautiful, Yurchenko 1.5. Small hop forward, but what a powerhouse. And her coach always says, don't sleep on Smith. And I see why. She got great height here. Let's watch it back. But big push off, and her arms locked to her body. Getting that extra half turn, a little bit more difficulty, and great, great execution. Double layout with the stick. What a way to come back for her team. Got a little bit stuck there on the low bar, but finished it out strong. Just took an extra swing there. Let's take a look back here at this big dismount. So much power, and way to take control over that landing with her arms up. Beautiful finish. That's right, let's take a look back at this right here. See the release. And lucky for, oh, looks like she just slipped from her fingertips there, but lucky for her, she did get her fingers on the bar. So if she didn't, that would have been considered an incomplete skill. So what she would have to decide is if she wants to attempt it again, count it as complete. And if she moved past it, she wouldn't get those points. Like I mentioned, she didn't really have to go up and compete that skill again, but she did it. She did it very well, got really tough connections straight out of it. Great finish and resilience. It's gonna be 1.5 to front layout. What a strong finish for her, beautifully done. Now just dancing it out at the end here. Emily Snug landed on that last pass with her chest kind of low. Tried really hard to pull it up in time, and I think that's what pushed her back on that pass there. But she is such a great performer. You wouldn't be able to tell on her face that she fell earlier. Staying strong, pushing through for her team as the anchor here for the Illini. See the front layout, front 1.5. That grace is gonna turn into power. It's gonna be front tuck through to double tuck. They big finish, little hop, but wow. Watch her entrance, feet locked together at the top, and see how she didn't really pike down there. She stayed nice and tall. Acevedo back at that service line, hoping to keep Minnesota in this first set. Big swing by Hernandez and blocked by Minnesota. Laney Smith trying to keep that ball in, but Minnesota's defense getting there on time. Oh, huge overpass kill by Kalissa Minity. We'll get first pass from Hernandez. Tip down to Laney Smith. Again, already seeing that savviness. Going now with a big lead here, 19-11. It's gonna be passed up by Acevedo and put away by Julia Hansen, straight down the line, right in that back corner. Definitely the sneaky one for this Minnesota team. Push back to Ashlyn Philpott, push through the block, push through the passers, put away again by the freshman. Swung by Hernandez, but blocked by Minity. Keeping that fire going from the end of that first set. Now into the second, Minnesota up 7-4. Back at the service line, Christy Martinez Mundo. Another player that was just drafted actually in Puerto Rico, and that's gonna be an ace for Martinez Mundo. Passed by Hernandez, pushed out to freshman Laney Smith and blocked, kept alive by Hernandez. Swung by Ashlyn Philpott, that's gonna be a point Illinois, down and in. Passed up by Martinez Mundo, pushed to that right side, Hernandez off the block. Ball flew all the way back past that back outline. Minnesota unable to get there in time. Live by Mosher, attacked by Avery Hernandez in the back row, but Minnesota keeping it alive. Chased down by Hernandez, put the ball over. And again, Julia Hansen putting that ball away from Minnesota. Back right on the line in a short cut. Passed up by Acevedo and swung at by Hansen, but blocked by the Illini. Big tip, and Martinez Mundo gets there just in time. And put away by Shaftmaster, back in that corner, taking 2 attempts at that one, finally putting away her second try. It's always great to see those success stories. Ball's gonna be passed up by Terry and put away by Ashlyn Philpott, the freshman who has been on fire this season. Shaftmaster back at the service line. Shot to Brooke Mosher, a kill from the setter, using that Minnesota block to put the ball away.
Once again.
Passed by Terry. Back to Smith again, testing that spot that worked before for her, but Minnesota keeping that ball up. Great coverage by Minnesota. And that's gonna be a little free ball kill there for Melanie Shaftmaster. Yeah, Minity definitely keeping the energy up for Minnesota towards the end of that first set. But now back to 0-0. This is Minnesota's opportunity to step back up and get a lead here. But first, Illinois with the ball at the service line, Avery Hernandez with 4 kills already on the day. Big swing by Lydia Grote. Tipped over by Raina Terry and kept alive by Palabiak. Swung again by Lydia Grote, and with the kill, Minnesota starting this game off 1-0.
Well, definitely.
Big dig by Lily Berry. Swung down the line by Hernandez, and a kill off the block. Chase down set to Terry, and tipped right behind that block. Kill Illinois. Keeps using that spot. She knows there's no one there to get that ball.
And that could.
Set over to Terry and pushed into the block, but kept alive. Bohm gonna tip that ball over. Sending that ball over to Awalea for the kill. Minnesota staying on top of the Illini in these first 2 points. Illinois knows when they need to get that ball back, give it to Philpott. She's going to put it away. Back at the service line, Raina Terry. Pushed out to Wooker, swung and kill for Wooker through the Illinois block off the hands. Service line, Lise McGee. Passed up, and a joust, Brooke Mosher winning one-handed. Pushed over by Wooker, kept alive. Set back row, Raina Terry off the hands. But Minnesota also in the net there. Some more. Illinois is really tight passing on serve receive right now.
And that is
but kept alive by Crowell. Swung and kept alive again by Raina Terry. Pushed to that outside. Lainey Smith with the kill on the outside. Not her normal position. That's going to be a 25-20 victory for the Illini in this first set. Grote and back to Lainey Smith, finding the seam, putting the ball away in the corner.
Sway the umpire's opinion.
That's going to be a huge swing for Click, and that one's out of here. The Illini, 2 days in a row, 2 outs left, but Click, the freshman, puts that one away. Gives the Illini 2 more runs and a tied-up score here in the 7th inning. Just when the Illini need it most, the freshman pulls through. That's going to be popped up back to that left field. It's out of here. Another home run for Eileen Donahue, and a year ago today, recorded her first ever career home run. What a way to celebrate for the Illini. Their first Big Ten Series win of the season. A hard-fought battle for both teams today. Michigan State leading the way for most of it, but Illinois 2 days in a row making a comeback in the 7th inning. 2 outs to go. Sparty party it is. It's going to be Greer's 4th home run on the season. And a big start for this game. Nice and early. Now up to bat, Kendall Smiley, the left fielder. Need to hit on that one. Next line drops it. Gets it to first. A second too late. Holly's going to be safe there.
Like that.
And there's a swing, and it looks like Miller's going to catch that one. It's going to be first out of the inning. That's going to be grounded and put away. Great play by the shortstop, Carroll, and over to Donahue to put an end to the top of the second. Michigan State will lead 2-0. The Illini up at bat next here on Big Ten Plus.
Here.
That one's going to be fair, and looks like Addison Carroll had a tough time getting it to the ball, hit off the base, and that's going to put Cash safe on first. And she's going to hit that all the way back to the left field. Home run for Hannah Greer, bringing in another player. 2 runs already in the top of the 2nd inning. That's going to be good contact back to right field. It's like she's going to make it to first. Lots of celebrations starting early, but going to be called back. Count is full. Some more contact, but fouled out again into the crowd here. And cue the sound right now. Haggard is staying alive a little bit longer here. And there's that hard-hitting contact, but quick response by Conroy. The shortstop on fire, right in the perfect spot to that drive.